Hello there, you amazing people. So in this particular video, we'll be learning that what is Excel function, and we will also discuss some of the most common and the most basic Excel functions, which are sum, min, max, average, and count. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So first of all, let us understand that what is the basic idea behind an Excel function. So Excel functions are nothing but some predefined some predefined formula that performs some calculation. So for example, if I have I have many rows of data, and I have to add all that data. So instead of manually and entering all that data, what I can do is that I can use some Excel function like sum. Now I have to do is that I have to just use sum function and enter the range of rows that I want to add, the range of cells that I want to add, and I will simply get my output. So this is one of the basic example. For example, I have thousands and thousands of rows, and I want to find what is the maximum value, what is the maximum number, what is the maximum numeric value present inside those rows, or what is the maximum value present in a range of cell. So then I can also use a function. For example, if I have to find the maximum value in a particular range of columns or range of cells, then I can use the max function. If I have to find the minimum, then I can use a min function. So this is the basic idea behind functions. So there are many common functions. Most common functions in total are sum, min, max, average, and count. So in this video, we'll be implementing these basic Excel functions so that you can get an idea on how to use functions. First of all, let us start with our sum function. And here, what I'm going to do is that, so let us suppose that these are my different functions, and for particular month I have to calculate the total. For example, for sum I want to calculate the total for these range of cells. For min I have to calculate the minimum value out of these range of cells, and for maximum I have to calculate the maximum value out of these between inside these range of cells, and same for average and for count. So let us first implement our sum function. In order to implement our sum function, what I am going to do is that I am going to first of all go towards my ribbon, and towards the upper left side, and then will click on the formulas tab, and after clicking on the formulas tab, I will click on the math and trick tab. Here you can see several functions, but out of these I have to just use the sum function. So I will scroll down and see the sum function, click on it, and then dialog box will appear in which I have to specify the range of the cells that I want to enter. So what I'm going to do is that I will enter my range, that is going to be this, because I want to add the range of cells between B3 until B8, that is B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, and B8, and I have selected them. Here you can see that the range have automatically been selected, and then I will hit enter or press OK, and then my sum is calculated. You can see that my total and my sum are coming out to be equal. This total I had earlier created by typing B3 plus B4 plus B5 plus B6 plus B7 and then plus B8. I had earlier typed this manually in order to get the sum, and just by using a simple function I am getting the same value. Now let us do the same for this particular column. Again, I am going to click this cell because I have to calculate my sum in here in this cell. Then I am going to go to my formulas tab, click on math and trig, scroll down, find the sum function, enter it. Then I have to specify the range of cells. I am going to, here by default is C3 to C10, but I don't want to include this total cell. So I'm going to specify my range from this to this, hit enter, and my total has been calculated, and it is equal to the earlier manual calculation. But now, instead of using the formulas tab, I'm going to do it directly. I am going to click on this cell because I have to calculate the sum in this column. Then I am going to go towards my upper left portion, click on the FX button or the insert function button, and then I have to search for my function. In this case, it is going to be sum. I'm going to type in sum, then I'm going to press enter. My sum has been searched, and then I'm going to click on my sum or enter it, and then I have to specify the range of cells, which is going to be from this to this. Hit enter, my sum has come out. Again, for the total, I'm going to click on this cell, click on fx, or this time I'm going to manually type is equal to, and then sum. Inside the bracket I will specify the range of cell, which is going to be from here to here, and then press enter, and again my totaling, which I got from my sum function, which I got from implementing the sum function, is coming out to be the total which I got by manually typing. So this is how you can use the sum function. Now let's do this for min. So for min, again, either I can type is equal to, and then click on type min, enter my circular parentheses, and then I will specify my range. That is, I have to find the minimum value out of these columns, out of these range of cells. Even without using function, I can see from these columns, and I can say easily that the least value present inside these range of cells is going to be 100. So let us see. Now if I press enter, 100 is coming out. Again, here I can instead of typing, I can press on fx, and then I can search for min, and then hit enter. I have searched for min, then hit enter. Again, I can specify my range of cell, which is this, hit enter, and I have found the minimum value. Now instead of doing this for every other column, what I can do is that I can copy it down by pressing Ctrl plus C, and then paste it, Ctrl V, which is 50, then here Ctrl V. Alright, now let us do this for the max. So in order to do this for the max, what I'm going to do is that I can again press this fx, search for max, and then press enter. Max has been searched, click OK, then enter the range of cells, which is coming out to be this, and then hit enter. My max is this. Again, I can copy this formula and paste it here, and this way I have used my max function. For average, I can again fx, type in average, and then hit enter and press OK. I can type in my select my range of cells, hit enter. My average has been calculated. I can copy it down by pressing Ctrl plus C and Ctrl plus V, or I can drag this down here, release, and my average has been calculated for these columns. You can see by double clicking that that for these range of cells, or this block of cell, I have calculated the average. For here also this, for here also this. And for count, again, either I can type is equal to and press count, and then I can specify the range, which is going up with this. Now I have to calculate how many cells are present between B3 to B8. If I do this manually, I can say B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, and B8, that is 6. If I hit enter, 6. Again, for all these columns, it's going to be 6. So this is how you can use your functions. So that was all for today, guys. In this video, we learned what is function, and before let me summarize this. In order to use function, in order to implement function, you have to memorize the basic structure of a function, which is first you have to type is equal to sign, then you have to enter the name of your function name, and then inside the parenthesis I am going to change the color to green. Okay, then inside the parenthesis I have to enter my arguments, or I can say parameters, arguments or my parameters. That is basically generally going to be your range of cells. This is your step number 1, type the is equal to sign. Step number 2, function name. Step number 3, pass your arguments, and this is going to be your structure. There can be several function names. They can be count, as we discussed, average, mix, min, max, sum, and also there are several other functions. For example, just hit on the formulas tab and you can see that there are hundreds of functions, thousands of functions. So you can play around with them. but the purpose of this video was just to introduce the concept of function, basic structure of it, and the most common functions: sum, min, max, average, and count. So that was all for today, guys. In the next video, we'll be learning that what is the adjacent cell error and how can we use autofill. And after that, we will also see another basic function, that is autosum. So we will meet in our next video. Until then, bye bye.